Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Summer Games Fest. We are finally here for all the announcements and all the fun shenanigans that have already kicked off earlier in the week with PlayStation. Tomorrow is Friday, June 5th. Yeah, June 5th. Summer Games Fest has officially commenced. And we can't talk about video games, summer, and festivals without talking about our Nintendo Direct predictions because we assume there's going to be a Direct here pretty soon, and if all the reporting lines up to be accurate, we should be seeing that Direct as early as next Tuesday, June 9th. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you like everything that we do here on JT's Gaming Mayhem, settle into those ergonomic gaming chairs. Don't prepare for liftoff, as I just want you to grab your controller and press A. This is PressA, a Nintendo podcast. I'm joined tonight by my co-host, Zach, aka That Fish 9. We're just going to be going through our Nintendo Direct predictions. We're just going to start hot and heavy. So, Zach, my question to you is, what's going to open the Nintendo Direct? What do you think is going to be the opener?
I really got no clue there. It'd have to be something kind of small, right? Like, because they always like to do that. We're going to do some kind of tiny. We're going to lead up and maybe there'll be a ton of third-party stuff. But then we're going to bounce all the way into something huge to close with when we've got that one more thing. And then they don't say anything and then they end the Direct. But I don't know, dude. I kind of think that it might be time to just do the Mario Kart World update that everybody has been kind of like hounding on for a little while. I think that might be the big opener because that thing has been rumored for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months now, maybe longer than that. And we still haven't heard anything about it. So I feel like that would be the big opener.
That's a good opener. I feel like that's honestly a pretty big opener. I get it. Small in scale of it's not officially a new game, but big in scale of this is something that everybody wants. We know we can finally deliver on it, and now's perfect time for that, I feel like. So why not open the Direct with Mario Kart World DLC? What do you think the DLC is going to be?
I probably would have hounded a lot harder on this had I not known what the rumors were, but it's probably going to be that like Donkey Kong thing that everybody's talking about. I won't say what it is on this podcast just for the sake of like spoiling it, because that DLC rumor spoiled the ending of Donkey Kong Bonanza for me, and I don't want anybody else to be in the position I was in. But it is Donkey Kong related, most likely. I would hope though that it's not just that, and that there's also some updates to the open world in some way, because I kept thinking about this the other day. Of just how weirdly amiss like Mario Kart World is because it doesn't capitalize on their open world that much. Like the open world is really well designed, but there's no like gameplay loops or systems that take advantage of how well designed that is
and stuff.
Yeah, or just like you can drive around in free roam and then you will find like the craziest small little like nook and cranny, and you're like, I will never see this location on our track because they just don't take advantage of it. But it's so cool, and they put so much effort into this weird little corner here of like just a beachfront that's just hanging out, or like the side of a mountain that you got to do 3 trick jumps just to like get on top of the plateau or something. And it's like, you could do so much with this. So I hope that would be a part of the update where they're like, hey, we heard you. We've been delaying this. There's a new area. It's Donkey Kong related. And we've incorporated some new systems to make it more fun for you to play some like stuff in the open world and to take advantage of that a little more. I really hope that's what they'd be doing, because like the rest of it is such a hit. Like it's just the Mario Kart game that you would want it to be. Like it's dope. The tricks, the movement, it's cool. There's new fucking jump stuff, grinding, like all this stuff is so good. But there's just one aspect of it, which is the whole big part of the title that like doesn't have that much focus, and it's really weird. And I hope that they've been thinking about that to be like, we should like update this a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think we get some Mario Kart World DLC. I think it is going to be the Donkey Kong stuff. We won't go into detail on what the Donkey Kong stuff actually is.
Yeah, save those spoilers. Yeah, let people find out for themselves. They deserve it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have not played that game or not played to the finish of that game. Our buddy Carson is one of those guys who still needs to go beat that game. But yeah, I think it's, man, he's gonna get cold sweats when he fucking wakes up and you're accurate and it is Donkey Kong DLC and they show off the selection of new roster additions that could potentially be included in this, and he hasn't beaten Donkey Kong Bonanza. So yeah, but yeah, I think that's happening. I also think that they're probably going to add a couple more characters as well. There's something in me because I just want to get like my Mario Kart World prediction out of the way, because I do think that DLC is coming. For some reason, I have this weird like thing in the back of my head telling me there's going to be a Fire Emblem character included in this DLC at some point.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, and that we could potentially see they do some sort of cross promotion between Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave in this game. So I'm just like, I wonder if that could actually happen. Because I want to say Star Fox DLC as well, but I also don't know. Because Star Fox kind of like treads a different line as far as being like, not necessarily a racer, but still a on-rails game where you're moving in a fast like direction. So some people might be like, well, I'll just go play Star Fox if I want to play as a fox in a vehicle.
Yeah, I think ever since the fucking like Animal Crossing and Zelda crossovers in Mario Kart 8, we're all just looking at like, okay, this could genuinely just be like the Smash Bros of kart racers at this point. Like you can do whatever you want, really.
Yeah.
But like, I think that would work out fine for Star Fox, honestly, if they found a way to like kind of weave it in. Because like F-Zero particularly for Mario Kart 8 was always a slam dunk because the anti-gravity gameplay plus F-Zero, like that's the same game. So like just fucking put it in. And it was really good. Like those are some of my favorite tracks in Mario Kart 8. But
yeah, Big Blue, they should find a way to bring those back.
Big Blue is so good. It's so much fun. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like because it's been so silent on Mario Kart DLC, it almost makes it like, what is the plan here for DLC? Because we know you're going to do it. You've done it with all of these past games at this point. Fuck, like you even extended the DLC all the way through like an entire other year with Mario Kart 8 at the end of the Switch One's lifespan. So like you will do DLC for this game. We know you're going to do it, but like how? Like how is it going to happen? And like nobody's seen that yet. So anything kind of goes at this point.
Yeah. I'm very curious on how they approach the DLC situation with this game. This is going to be interesting. And I think on the scale of 1 to 10, I am at a solid 10 that's going to happen. Where are you at?
Yeah, it's going to happen at some point. I'm on like a total 10. Like it's going to happen. I just don't know when it's going to happen, because you would have thought that it would have happened by now. Like, but to be completely honest, like we thought we'd have another direct by now, and it's almost June and we're still sitting here. I honestly don't even know if we get a fucking Nintendo Direct next week. Like Nintendo could just say fuck you, and then just like there's nothing for months longer than this. So I don't know. Maybe they skip all of 2026. Like this might be a little bit off topic, but like the fucking GTA 6 launch in November has moved so many games into September for a release window, or just past that into spring of next year, that I wouldn't be shocked if Nintendo just like has to give up the end of the year now in some way, because the competition between everybody is so fierce that they're just like, fuck it. All plans are shelved until further notice because the industry is too competitive at the moment.
See, I think Nintendo's the one company that doesn't care a whole lot about what everybody else is like really concerned with and what everybody else is kind of doing.
Yeah, so they do live in their own island sometimes.
Yeah, especially if GTA 6 is not going to come to Switch 2. Now, I think if it was like confirmed already to be coming to Switch 2, then I could see them saying, okay, well, we want to give this game like room because it's just going to eat up all the media. But I do believe that there could be like at least like something from Nintendo just because as of right now, we're not getting GTA 6 on the Switch 2. That could change later, and I'm pretty sure like at that point in time, things will have to move, of course, but for right now, we already know the industry is kind of just like either everything's coming out way before, everything's coming to come out like months later. But I think Nintendo, like you said, is on their own little island. I do want to get into my show opener.
Yeah, what do you think is going to be the thing? Yeah, I wanted to segue back to that either way, so hit me with it.
I am smoking the same pipe as you right now and thinking there's going to be a Mario reveal as the show opener. I think it's going to be huge, though. I think we're going to get the opening reveal for the next 3D Mario game.
See, I thought that might have been the closer. That's what I was going to lean on there. But
I got something else for the closer.
There's a chance, yeah. I feel like just in general, this Direct, it has to kind of be kind of Mario-oriented to a certain degree, because, like, there's a fucking movie that came out this year, and there's no, like, tie-in. So, like, where's the rest of the roster, right?
Yeah, I think this movie, I'm actually on the opposite end. I think this Direct is going to be more Zelda focused than Mario focused.
So you think opening with Mario and then Zelda comes up for the rest of it?
Yeah, I think I'll just get it out of the way. Let's go opener closer. I think the closer is going to be the Ocarina of Time remake or whatever remake that we get.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense considering what we're talking about right now. I completely fucking forgot, dude, for a second that Star Fox was rumored and became real, and now we're still sitting here as a bunch of fans being like, there's another half to that rumor that has not been fucking talked about yet.
Yeah, there was 3 parts to that rumor that haven't really been talked about.
What's the third part? I
the
totally
third part
forgot.
being the Direct in June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is more information has come out over the last couple of days where everybody's like, yeah, it's next week.
I hope so.
And I believe tomorrow we'll probably hear because everybody's at SGF and all the fucking sources are also at SGF. So we'll probably hear more about it tomorrow as well. But yeah. What you got closing?
Yeah, closing, I was going to say, is the new Mario game. I feel like it's about time. If that Zelda rumor is true, then I guess it is going to be what it is. But I feel like, because, dude, it's been fucking 9 years since Odyssey. If you, like, realize that it's been a decade and we haven't had a new Mario 3D game even talked about, like, since then, it's been just like, here's a re-release, here's a remake, here's a port. Like, the last, like, 3D Mario game that you could, if you can even argue it that it is, I kind of do a little bit, is fucking Bowser's Fury. Is like the last time that we've seen that, and that was a hot minute ago, and that wasn't a very big package. As cool as it was, pretty small. So now we're just kind of sitting here going like, all right, you released Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 last year. That was your Mario kick. So, like, what are we doing this year? It's got to be the big fucking Mario title, or you're going to port another thing? Like, what else is missing from the Switch ecosystem that is 3D Mario related? Because officially, you can kind of play all of it on their platform now, except for whatever the next thing would be. Because, like, yeah, we have 64 on NSO. We've got Sunshine now officially on NSO. Fucking Galaxy 1, Galaxy 2, 3D World, Odyssey. What's left? Like, you can't...
Like, all the old school Mario games are there as well.
Yeah, like, you couldn't do another 3D Mario report, so you're gonna follow it up? Like, or are you just gonna re-release fucking Sunshine and 64 into a new cartridge again or something? But, like, there has to be a slot for that, and I know Nintendo plans this shit in like years in advance. So, like, what are we doing? What's going on?
Yeah, I do want to follow this up where if Mario is not the opener, this is me kind of cheating. Luigi's Mansion 4 is going to be the big Mario game that we get this year.
Yeah, dude, I forget about that series because I'm not that involved with Luigi's Mansion at all.
Brother, you're missing out.
I know. It's just
a good time.
It's a tragic fact of like there's just too many video games, and I own all of them. It's just kind of the sad part. Yeah,
you got to at least play 3. 3 was the best one out of all of them, and that's honestly play 1. 2 you can skip. Play 1 at least just to get the vibes of it, and then 3 is a great game. It's a good puzzle game.
Yeah, fucking played about half of 1. That game was really fun. I played that years ago, and then I never played the second one. I don't think I own that one now that I think about it, so I retract my statement of I own all of them, because I do own physical copies of the other 2. But fucking Luigi's Mansion 3, I've also played like about 2 hours, which I wish I played more of it. It was on sale for Halloween back in like 2023, so I picked it up because I was like, why not? The graphics are insane for a Switch game, and it looks really good and it looks fun, but I just didn't get sucked in past Halloween. But instantly the quality was like obviously there. Like it looked really, really good, and the design was clearly like, oh, you guys are going to do some cool stuff with this. I just didn't give it the time it deserved because there's too many fucking video games. I played too many video games to like, who knows what's going to grab my attention that actually gets me stuck on it for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean, based off of some rumors that I've heard earlier this year, and I'm not trying to like pull a lot of like leaks and rumors into this predictions thing, but I am going to pull a little bit. Apparently there's going to be like a big Luigi's Mansion amiibo coming out later this year, so if that is real, then we might be seeing some Luigi's Mansion 4.
Nice. Yeah, I heard it was a good game. Yeah. When did that game get rated as, too? Like, that studio was actually doing a pretty good job, weren't they? Like, people have been really happy with them.
Yeah, because it sold really well. It sold about 15 million.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so I want to say that game, like, hit in the, like, at least, like, the 80s. That's another thing. I think they're next level studios. They do amazing job with like their graphics and like what the games look like and what they play like. I think if we get a Luigi's Mansion 4, it could be one of those games where low 80s. This time it could probably even get into the high 80s and maybe even the 90s.
I could see it. Oh, so I just got a prediction in the back of my head. This is going to be the potential like middle thing. I actually don't think this is very realistic at all, but I heard a rumor a little while ago, and my brain has been like kind of spinning it in the back of my head because I'm excited about it. I think that Mercury Steam is finally going to show up at some point with the next 2D Metroid game.
I kind of agree. Yeah. I think it's time.
Yeah. We're like right at that Dread? Window. Yeah. Dread was like 2022, 2021.
2021, yeah.
It was 2021.
Yeah, I think we're time. 5 years. And in all honesty, the biggest hurdle for Metroid as a series is the momentum of the series. And I believe if you want that series to continue to grow, you got to keep pumping those games out. You can't sit on it for 10 years and then expect people to show up when it's been absent for so long and people have had time to grow out of the series. I think it's time we get that next 2D game, whether it be an early next year game or a middle of next year game. Like let's go. Let's get to it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny watching all of the buzz about fucking Nintendo like getting Prime 4 out the door. Like I'm not seeing all of this like clamoring for like, can we please get another Prime game? Can we please get more Metroid? Because there was a time like pre 2020 when, dude, like I would go online and sometimes all I would see from people is like, where the fuck is Metroid? And now it's just quiet. Like we got those things, albeit like kind of in a weird monkey's paw scenario because Metroid Prime 4 was like not as good as people wanted it to be. But Dread was way better than anybody would have ever anticipated. So it's kind of this flip-flop, right? But now all of that has gone completely silent. Like, it's just that stuff has shown up, and I'm not seeing anybody asking for anything. Like, maybe there's some stuff here and there where people are like, can we get some Prime 5? Can I get a Super Metroid remake by the Mercury Steam? But like, it's not as loud as it used to be, which is kind of wild to watch. Like, you think that that would have gone up, but maybe that's because of fucking Prime 4's like lacklusterness. It just caused everybody to like fucking go, oh, well, our excitement's dead because this game was kind of like just a 7 out of 10 rather than like the 9 or 10 out of 10 it should have been.
Yeah, I think Prime is another example of don't sit on it, put out another one as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because that's how you generate excitement, and then show people why they should be excited for it. I think if they announced the Prime 5 like in a year or two, and it looked like, because Prime 4 is still the Switch 1 game.
Yeah.
So think about what that game could look like now that they got full like advantage of the hardware and it doesn't have to come out on the Switch 1.
Oh yeah,
I think it's gonna look fucking insane.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And honestly, if you rework the gameplay a little bit, you could definitely have interest in that series again. I feel like a 2D Metroid, I feel like people will pop off for that pretty heavily.
Yeah, no, the Dread stuff, like, considering how good that game was and like is still amazingly playable to this day, like that game is gonna fucking, people will freak out about a new 2D Metroid, whatever they finally show off. I wish that they released Prime 4 like 3 years ago just to get it out the door.
Same.
Like, after we finally played this thing and it's clear that the development hell was not a full restart as we were all like told about. I wish that they just were like, all right, let's just get this out and then start on Prime 5 or whatever it's going to be. Because like the extra development, if that was just spent on polish or whatever it took to get it to that point, like, damn, dude, like we just lost so much ground in time, and it would have just been better if that was just like iteration was able to happen faster in this case, just so we could get another thing going.
Yeah, 4-year dev cycle for that game instead of a fucking 8-year dev cycle.
Yeah, like it was just bad. Like I don't think Prime is like a terrible game. It has some shitty aspects to it, but like it's a 6 or like a 7, and it should have just kind of rolled out so we can get to the good stuff, because like, you know, we all know that Metroid is capable of like doing crazy stuff. Like look at what Prime did to the whole industry when it launched. Like nobody thought that Metroid could pull that off, and Metroid can still be that game, but like clearly there was an issue here and we just didn't think about it properly. So I just want Prime 5 as soon as possible. I'm so tired of games taking a decade to come out with, because just forever, man, just takes way too long now. Mario, I can't believe Odyssey was fucking 9 years ago. Like
I think that was more on
mind.
purpose that Nintendo has not pumped out a follow-up to Mario Odyssey in that amount of time.
Crazy. Fucking crazy.
Because I do think, Switch 1 just lasted way too long. I believe that we were probably 2 years past when the Switch 2 came out, that we honestly probably got Switch 2 in 2023, in my opinion. So I just think that was just kind of like COVID and some other factors, because it is pretty much confirmed that Switch 2 was supposed to launch in holiday of 2024, and they just pushed it back just to rework a couple of games and some other things, and to make sure Donkey Kong and Mario Kart were like officially good to go for launch. But yeah, I think we're probably like, we're 2 years behind, but better late than never. I mean, it's working out for them. Fastest selling console of all time. We're roughly at 22 million units sold from what it seems like with this console, and I got my review video that should be uploaded by the time this video is uploaded, so that will be fun for people to check out, so that I can get my full thoughts around all of that as well. But as far as like this Nintendo Direct that's supposed to be coming up, and Metroid Prime in Metroid just making an appearance whatsoever, I don't think we get anything else from Metroid Prime 4. I believe that ship has sailed. There's going to be no DLC, but I am also predicting that we get a remake of Super Metroid announced in this Direct, and that does come out in 2026.
That would be pretty sweet. I know so many people are like, do not remake Super Metroid. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but it was a very long time ago. It's kind of clunky now. The game is still a masterpiece, but modern audiences have kind of moved beyond the clunkiness of old gameplay, which sucks because like thematically and even art-wise, like I love pixel art. I made a fucking Metroid clone as like my huge like indie game that I worked on for a long time. So like I get it. Like I'm a fucking fan, but it is time for Metroid to like move into the modern space. And it sucks that yes, we have to remake everything eventually. I don't really understand the industry trend of like doing all of it, but that is a game that deserves to be in the cultural zeitgeist. And so like kicking it forward with the remake, it's the only way it's going to get any cultural relevance again. So like fucking remake the game and do it with the best like modern Metroid team that we have right now, which has been Mercury Steam. So like I'm here for it, dude. Like they could make a amazing Super Metroid game, and I think they would do it justice. I do not think it would be like, God damn it, why did they do that? Like I think it would just be another 10 out of 10 like new title.
They should honestly just become the 2D Metroid studio.
I wish that Nintendo would like buy them out and just go like, all right, you guys do this for us from now on because you're just way too good at it. Like what they kind of did with Retro in a way. Just like, all right, you guys are really good at this, so here's our money. Because that's what Nintendo does. They have a lot of trust in like fostering their own internal developers. They want that institutional knowledge, and that's what's made their fucking platform so viable over all these decades. So
you want to know what's crazy to me about Nintendo? That I honestly thought that they own this studio, and then I found out that they don't own this studio.
Yeah,
they don't
weird.
Own Intelligent Systems.
Really?
Yeah. The fucking Fire Emblem and WarioWare people,
that's really weird. I didn't know that
they
either.
don't own them. They just partner with them on all of their games. Intelligent Systems is completely okay with just making fucking games for one company.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of similar with the whole Pokemon situation, because you would always assume that like, that fucking Pokemon company is owned by Nintendo because they go nowhere else, but Game Freak is just, no, they're just there. And if it comes to Pokemon, they do their own thing. They rarely step outside of it to go do another title, but like we've got that new game coming up from Game Freak. Clearly they can make graphically impressive games. The Pokemon company just sucks a little bit. Yeah. And there's what other game did they make? They made Drill Dozer like forever ago.
That
and there's
new
one
game
other one
that Game Freak's coming out with is incredibly outsourced, so
really?
A lot of it's not even being made by Game Freak. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Dang.
Yep. So yeah, we'll see. That game's supposed to come out in August, and there's not really been any more information about it.
It's probably because fucking GTA 6 would destroy it if it releases a little bit too soon. So maybe that one should just get a delay if it's even possible. Like some of these companies are like in such a difficult financial situation with literally a behemoth that is about to ruin the industry for a couple of months.
Yeah. GTA is going to suck up every fucking thing for a hot minute.
Yeah.
There's going to be people who don't even play video games that play GTA.
Yeah. It'll be a huge deal. I'm like low key, I'm a little fucking nervous, like even as a content creator, because I'm not going to make any GTA 6 content. So like I'm a little nervous that like everything just dies when that happens. If you're not making GTA 6 content, if you're not part of that wave, then like you just don't get any attention at all. And I'm kind of nervous of like, am I gonna watch all these fucking projects I'm making just like fail because GTA was not involved? Like, how is that gonna work? We'll see.
You just gotta,
it could be rough.
You just gotta mention, oh yeah, I'm actively not playing GTA in all of your videos from now on.
Yeah, I don't own a console that's gonna run it. Like, look, I would probably make GTA 6 content if I could, if it was on PC, but like I'm not gonna fucking buy a PlayStation just to play GTA 6, so
yeah,
I'm not gonna play GTA 6.
Like PlayStation, that Sony State of Play was good for Wolverine and God of War La Fey, and I still just do not have a desire to go buy a PlayStation right now.
Yeah, Like, I have to budget for this shit like months, maybe sometimes like years in advance before I make a hardware purchase like that. So, like, that's just not going to happen for me. Like, there's just no way to do it.
Exactly. I got camera equipment I got to buy within the next year, I know for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to our predictions. Let's see. You gave us your middle prediction. I'm gonna go with, I think Fire Emblem comes out in August.
Yeah, what do you think the filler stuff is gonna be? Because we did openers, we did closers, and then we did middle stuff. And so you're saying Fire Emblem is your mid pick, like that's gonna be the middle show move?
Fire Emblem appears early to mid show, because I don't think Nintendo's going to announce like a smorgasbord of their own games. I think a lot of the stuff is going to be kind of like known quantity stuff like Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I think that one new announcement that we get from them for sure is going to be that Super Metroid remake. We could not get that announcement as well, but I do think that's happening. My soul wants to say Xenoblade, but you close the show on Xenoblade. You don't throw Xenoblade Chronicles 4 in the middle of your show.
Nah.
So, man, like, I
especially
got so many,
if the
like...
Zelda rumor is true that the Xenoblade guys are the ones that are doing it, then it's like, no, we're not going to see that for a while.
But we're getting close to when Xenoblade 4 needs to happen. I feel like maybe next year. That could be a next year game, but man, I just filler. We know that Rhythm Heaven's coming out. I think we get some more Switch 1 games as fillers as well.
What Switch 1 games are you feeling are going to be like the filler? We're going to get more. Do you think there's going to be any more like Switch 2 edition games that pop up? Like the only one,
Pikmin 4.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Like exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's the only one that I can think. But I also feel like you should have done that like when the console came out. Like why did you wait so long?
That's what I'm wondering as well. Like, yeah, I'm cool with it because I love Pikmin. But yeah, Pikmin 4, Pikmin 3 probably. But are you teasing me with doing both of those? Am I going to get a Pikmin 5 announcement here as well?
I would hope
Is that what's going to happen?
I'd hope so. Pikmin 4 is such a fucking good video game. That was my, like, I'm kind of sad to say that I did not play 1, 2, or 3 for like the longest time, but 4 has been my entrance into the series. Like, damn, man, just like what a fucking perfect video game. It's such a weird gameplay style too. Like, I just don't know anything else out there that's like that, but it's just fucking awesome. It's such a good game.
Man, I love me some Pikmin, man. Like, I've loved Pikmin since day one, since I got that game as a weird fucking gift, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I played it, and I was like, I'm hooked.
All right,
like,
this rules. Yeah.
Like, I just couldn't put it down at that point. And my mom's like, so you like it? I'm like, yeah. It's a good game.
It's fun. Yeah, my only, like, entrance into Pikmin was Smash Bros, thanks to it being all over Smash Bros Brawl. And so like that's how I like got really into it a long time ago. But then yeah, Pikmin 4 is like the first game that I was like here for when it was coming out, and I'm just like, all right, I get it.
Dude, you got to go back and play Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
Yeah, I feel like I should, as time is like going on, and like there's been no Pikmin games or no announcement for a Switch 2 edition. Although if there is a Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition, I think I'm just going to get sucked into it all over again, and I'll play it on Switch 2, because like, dude, the 60 FPS update on Tears of the Kingdom has like completely sucked me back into Tears of the Kingdom. So like if they do that with more games, oh bro, I will get pulled right in again.
Yeah, I think playing a 4K Dandori battle sounds like a good time.
It'd be so dope. Yeah, and the art style is amazing, so it would look amazing in 4K.
All right, well, hopefully
Nintendo
Shadow
do
drops.
It. Yeah, Nintendo do it, please.
That's something we don't have to wait too long on. Like if they're like, yeah, you can play this right now. We're like, great.
I can buy that immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, I got $20 sitting around.
So I won't eat lunch tomorrow. I got this. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh man. All right. So Pikmin 3 and 4 Switch 2 editions. Pikmin 4 especially. What else you got?
I was gonna fucking say Elden Ring finally shows up, but then
we just got the release date.
Yeah, the announcement actually just got dropped on fucking Twitter like not that long ago. So never mind, they did it early again. It's kind of funny how they're doing that lately. Like, it makes these like these direct predictions so weirdly deflated, because we're like, okay, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct this week, and then they're like, all right, Splatoon Raiders, we're just announcing this on social media, we're not doing a Direct, it's releasing on this day. And we're like, oh, you're just giving us like straight news. That's kind of wild. What's up with that? And then same thing with the Star Fox thing. We're like, all right, we are doing a Star Fox announcement right now. Show up or you'll see the release date. And we're like, what the fuck? So yeah, Elden Ring's another one of those things where it's like Nintendo is just kind of circumventing their whole process and just going like, here we go. This is happening. And like, it's cool that they're just releasing information, but I am kind of sad that they're like slowly killing the directs, because like, okay, social media buzz is like easy to generate if you have a big name, but you know, those events, like this is the time of year that I would be getting really fucking excited about Nintendo Directs and E3s and all this stuff. And like, the industry needs to learn to like celebrate itself a little bit, because right now the social media march, I feel like, is killing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I definitely miss the buzz of E3 just being a big event.
Yeah.
Because it had E3, like, if Summer Games Fest was a little bit bigger, if it was on the scale of what E3 used to be, I'd probably be in LA right now. I'd be at PB&J LA. Well, I wouldn't be there because they're closed, but I'd be at somewhere adjacent to a PB&J LA having a great fucking time right now, getting ready for the E3 conference to commence or whatever.
Yeah. Like, I miss that explosion of the industry of like, hey, this is the big thing that we're all doing, and we're just going to go party and celebrate the fact that video games are like fucking fun and amazing. And then we're also going to show off a bunch of cool stuff. Like, that's sick. And we've been missing that. Although I feel like SGF is probably that same way, but only for the influencers, because they actually get invited to this shit. Although E3 was that for a long time. But then it opened up to the public, and then I hear it wasn't as awesome as soon as it started getting public access. But dude, the world like needs an E3. I think this industry needs an E3, and so I hope that SGF can kind of replace it some way, because those old school moments, dude, they were legendary. But
we just need all three of the big console makers on stage again. I feel like there's such a magic to that, where of course, like, I'm always gonna be like, don't be toxic. Like, if you are a fanboy of something, just don't be toxic to your fellow other fanboys of something else. But at the same time, I miss the whole Sony won E3, Xbox won E3, Nintendo won E3. I miss that shit so much.
Yeah.
And we just need that back, because now it's like, you're not gonna say one of the other one Summer Games Fest based on how they have been doing them lately.
No.
But if they go on stage and present shit again, great fucking time.
Yeah, they definitely don't like us comparing all of them so intensely to each other. But like, yo, if you take it that seriously, like, to some degree, you need to learn to go touch grass. But on the other side of it, like, it's super fun, right? Like, it's just so cool to be like, oh, you guys are crushing it here, you're doing this here. But yeah, there's no doubt that Xbox got fucking slammed really hard in the last couple of E3s that they did. So I understand why you would want to not do it anymore. But the weird part too is like, I think Nintendo started that trend, right, with their directs.
The digital,
yeah. And so like, they were doing okay as far as I know. I mean, it was the Wii U era, but nobody was looking at them like, you got to get out of here, you're just fucking it up for yourself. I don't know. Maybe that was part of the reasoning of like, all right, we don't have to do this. But yeah, man,
they still had E3 presence though, because they were still present at E3. They just didn't do like a stage presence. They would do like a theater thing, and it wouldn't be like, oh, go have Reggie talk to the audience for 20 minutes. We just, film this direct ahead of time, and like, we do it that way to save a couple of bucks. But we still have our booths available, and like, Reggie's still going to be at E3, or fucking whoever their president is now would still be at E3, and the developers would still be running around doing collaborations and stuff. So I believe that both of those things can still exist together.
Yeah.
We just need that presence to be there again. Because what Summer Games Fest does right now, like you said, it's only for like the media and the influencers right now. And it's just not pushing anything forward because everybody else is still at their house.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't help when you have this big entire presence and PlayStation isn't there, or Nintendo isn't there. We just need some of that camaraderie to come back. Because we never would have got that fucking Star Fox and Starlink thing if those guys wouldn't have went up to Reggie to show him the game, and he showed it to Miyamoto, and they're like, yeah, we should put Star Fox in this. Without that happened at E3, so we need just more of that.
Yeah, no, more collaboration between the industry heads for sure. Like, so not to pull us too far away from the Nintendo Direct predictions, because we fucking gone down a real big rabbit hole already. But the last point I want to make on this is I could see a world where E3 comes back someday, because as more online digital stuff has become like cheaper and cheaper, the expensive shit, like the stuff that's really worth doing, is like experiences. And so people are wising up very slowly to like, we need to get people out of their house and like get their actual selves into something. And so like as games starts to ride that wave of like, we got to get people out here, and E3 will seem more viable to people of like, yeah, you should go to like conferences, you should go to cons, you should do this kind of thing, because look, like there's only going to be one E3 2026 and then it's over. So like, you should experience this stuff. And I feel like that vibe will come back. And if the wave gets big enough on that front, then like PlayStation, Nintendo will like not be able to ignore it. Like all it's going to take is one of those big companies to sign on, and then everybody else is going to be like, okay, we probably need to go there too. And we'll see where that goes.
Nintendo has to be the one. They got to be the one to take a stand on that.
I can see them being the one that doesn't for like the longest time. Yeah, but Xbox and PlayStation are like, we're going to go make a presence there. I actually think that Xbox could be the first one to do it, because fucking Asha Sharma is in like such a huge, I'm reviving the brand kind of thing. And it wouldn't surprise me if she went back and looked at past Xbox culture and was like, we used to be in front of people. Let's go get in front of people. And I think that she could have that idea.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hopefully we get there soon, because I miss it. I miss it so much.
Yeah, I miss it too.
But also looking forward to seeing what gets announced and what doesn't get announced tomorrow at Summer Games Fest. But I guess a segue back into Nintendo for the Direct. Let's talk about third parties. What's a big third party game you could see get its first reveal at this Nintendo Direct? I got a pretty big one on the brain.
All right, hit me with
piss
it.
A lot of people off.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 gets its first reveal in a Nintendo Direct. It just seems like Square is like really like gung-ho about this partnership right now. And we see Square in, they pretty much have been in every Nintendo Direct at this point. It's like you go to a restaurant, you get PB&J, you definitely like, they've been peanut butter and jelly this entire Switch generation, especially for the Directs. So I could see them popping up here with a really big reveal for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. They show it off for the very first time here. Now that Rebirth is out, and we just we're moving. We're moving along. I can honestly see Square popping up with 2 games in this Nintendo Direct.
What's the second game? Yeah,
still a Final Fantasy game, just a port of Final Fantasy 16.
I can see that. Yeah, that would make sense. Final Fantasy 16. It's kind of weird how little of a splash that game made, because I think everybody was so honed in on like what Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was going to be that they kind of just like looked past 16 in this weird way. But I could totally see that being like, yeah, here comes Final Fantasy 16 on Switch too, because apparently the other two games are doing great. And the fact that they released like this close to each other and they're still generating this much buzz is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea to get Rebirth out as soon as like possible after Integrate, because when I played that demo and the amount of time that I put into that demo for Rebirth, I was like, I feel like I just played Remake Integrate and now I'm like already into the second game and I'm still having as much of a good time as possible with this. So yeah, absolutely, take my pre-order.
Sign me up. Yeah, I still gotta go back and play Rebirth. That game has been sitting in my backlog because I think I burnt myself out on way too much Final Fantasy because I ran all the way through Final Fantasy VII essentially as like fast as I could to wrap up the ending of it while juggling other stuff. And then I was like, all right, I just beat Final Fantasy VII. I'm just gonna go play Rebirth right now. And then I played like 2 hours of it and I just kind of got sucked out. But that game deserves way more time. I also think the way that I play games right now is a little bit just like not helpful. I'm kind of dying on a fucking Steam machine to get released so I can have a reason to play games not in front of the same desk where I work all the time. Like I play a lot of stuff on my Steam Deck. That's kind of where I play the majority of my games these days in my off time. So like I need a reason to like not be in this room because I do so much stuff in here that I just need to separate like work and gaming.
You don't have the Steam Deck dock, or you just want more powerful hardware for like the living room area?
More powerful hardware, yeah. Because a lot of the stuff that I want to play, like it just doesn't work on Steam Deck. Steam Deck is a fantastic emulation device, a fantastic like indie device, and it's really, really good for anything PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and backwards. But anything current, it really can't do. It's super hit or miss. And even if you like could get it to run as like a current game, the drawbacks in like graphics and performance are such a big tank that it's like, what's the point of like playing this amazing AAA video game if I have to drop everything to low and it looks like it fucking came out 9 years ago and it runs like ass. So it's just not a good console for like modern AAA stuff. You should not get it as like a console or like a PC replacement. It's like an addition to your library. And luckily, there's plenty of games that I love to play that I have dumped their files onto an SD card and put it on my Steam Deck, or I fucking like, there's just stuff I missed from like years and years and years ago, and it plays perfectly on this fucking thing. So like, that's what I want to use it for. But there's stuff like Resident Evil 4 Remake, like I want to play that on like a genuine thing with all this hardware and power, but Steam Deck kind of does okay, but I want to play it at like a 60 smoother FPS and crank it to 4K because those graphics are nuts. Final Fantasy Rebirth doesn't work that way. There's a couple other games. I built like a Steam folder that's full of my backlog shit, but yeah. Oh, Expedition 33 was the other really big one. Like that game you can run on Steam Deck just fine, but the art style and the graphical effects take such a hit that so many people were like, dude, don't even try. Just like experience that with full potential and you will thank me later. And so like that's another one that's on there. So like it's just not good for that kind of stuff. So I have a weird growing backlog of like, here's all the dope AAA games that deserve like a big like cinematic experience, but I can't play it on Steam Deck. So they're just chilling. And like until I have time, I can finally jump in.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like because the Switch 2 is just like a tad more powerful than the Steam Deck, where it's like everything that you just described. I'm like, I am playing all of these games on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
And I'm having a great time, but I know that you like to experience games like at the max like settings that you possibly can. And you know, there's nothing fucking wrong with that whatsoever. I wish I could like do that myself, but you know, I'm cool with where I'm at.
Yeah. And to be honest, like if I didn't know that the Steam machine was coming around the corner, I might have made somewhat more of a jump onto the Switch 2 for some of these games, because
Yeah.
that little bit of extra power that the Switch 2 is capable of, like, goes a really long way. And these people have like done a great job at porting these games over there. So like, honestly, you're probably not feeling too bad right now. Like, the only thing that sucks is like those games like a God of War that are like, yeah, we're not, because it's fucking Sony, so fuck you, we're not putting it over here. But even like fucking the new Call of Duty's coming to Switch too. So like, people, if they put in the effort, they clearly can get that stuff on that thing.
Right. Oh man, I'm so curious on what Call of Duty is going to look like on Switch 2. Because I think that they're going to show like the first Switch gameplay of that in this direct as well.
Yeah, honestly, we could see a little bit of that there.
Yeah, I'm so curious about that. What's your third-party prediction for this direct, though?
I feel like COD is actually like a good pick because I didn't really have anything in the back of my head for third-party stuff because, like I said, I would have said Elden Ring, but
yeah,
they like fucking showed up early as far as we can tell, and they were like, all right, here's the release date. But putting a little bit of Call of Duty in front of fucking Nintendo fans and be like, hey, we're coming, like we said we would be here, and we're here, would not be too bad of an idea. And like, people fucking, their opinions on how well the Call of Duty engine runs is like all over the fucking place. But back in 2019, when they released the new Modern Warfare like remake, that game incredibly well optimized for what it was. And so if this game is supposed to harken back to that same vibe of like Modern Warfare is going into its next iteration, this is a big step up. I think that that engine will be just as well optimized as fucking 2019 was, and I think it's going to look fantastic on Switch 2. They will figure out how to make the LODs and the like lighting effects and everything and their gameplay work well. The question really just is like, what's the trade-off? How much are they going to be able to push it? Because yeah, Call of Duty requires that 60 FPS competitive play to feel like it's a worthy choice for anybody. So I think they can do it. The real question is like, will they do it? And have they taken the time?
Yeah, that's my expectation for this release of this version of it is 1080p 60.
Yeah, I think that's fair and totally doable too.
Because that's what Tales of Arise runs at on Switch 2. Is actually, I think it might be 1080 30.
That's kind of wild. It's only 30.
Yeah. I gotta do some research on that. I want to say it is only running at 30 FPS. It doesn't feel like it in the moment. It might be 30 in cutscenes and then 60 in gameplay. But I think Call of Duty as a whole is just going to be 1080p 60. I can honestly just see that's where they get this thing, and I'll be okay with that because the DLSS is going to work some magic.
No, it really does. Yeah. And like, dude, you can crank some pretty crazy shit. Like I said, 4.5 is like nothing to scoff at. Like 5.0 is a disaster because it's just an AI upscaler. It is not what people thought it actually was. Or AI filtering, I guess, is the real word. But the AI upscaling for DLSS 4.5, like, that's how most people play at 4K 60 on PC, is like they use DLSS to like crank their frames up because that, dude, it's impressive what it can do. Like it feels like I don't even notice any downsides. Like there used to be such an obvious set of like artifacting that would come into play if you use DLSS on any game. It would just wash out the entire thing, or you would just like become a blurry, like muddy mess. But now, really fucking hard to tell the difference. So yeah, man, they could definitely leverage that to like just upscale it, and it would cost them like almost nothing to do it.
Jeez, yeah.
It's impressive.
Exactly. I'm really looking forward to some DLSS magic, and not only Call of Duty, but more games that could potentially be coming from Nintendo and third party, because we haven't seen Nintendo use any DLSS in any of their games yet. So I'm going to be really curious to see what games use it, because I do believe the Ocarina of Time remake, depending on what that looks like, I think that photo that I want to say Andres Restart found, that photo that I shared in our group chat a couple days ago, where it shows Link in the Breath of the Wild art style, but he's playing the ocarina and he's dressed in the green tunic. I'm honestly like, I think I believe more than ever now that this game is going to be cell shaded and look more like Breath of the Wild than anything.
Yeah, I hope not. I know I've definitely mentioned this before. I really don't want to see the cell shadedness. They could do so much more if they decided not to go down that route.
Yeah, it needs to feel like a different, unless this game like takes place like in the Wild era again, but I don't see how it could unless they're just gonna completely like if the story has been officially like rebooted and like they reboot this one as well. Yeah,
I mean, so here's the thing, right? You can do the cell shaded stuff for Ocarina of Time. It will probably look visually cohesive, but as a fan, I've been dying for fucking Dark Fantasy Zelda. I've been talking about this forever. It just feels like a missed opportunity given the power scaling uplift of the Switch 2 and all that. And so like you could just go so much farther if that was the case. But like it would probably look great. Like it probably would, because Nintendo has a really great art direction. I just feel like it's a missed opportunity to like not go harder there. But I just did a reverse Google image search of the image that you sent, and it looks like from what everything is saying is this was actually an artwork that was commissioned for the Zelda Orchestra back in like 2018.
Oh fuck! Well, we are probably about to get this Dark Fantasy Zelda. Like,
maybe it is. Yeah.
It
doesn't look like this is new stuff. This is pretty old from what it looks like.
Oh shit! Okay. Well, if it's old, that honestly like helps this case of it not being in that art direction a little bit more. Because if it was something that was like within the last couple of years, like 2023 and up, then I'd be like, that's probably what Link's gonna look like in this next game again.
Oh yeah, no, I just found the Legend of Zelda concert soundtrack from 2018, and the artwork is like directly on the vinyl cover, so it's definitely old. Who knows? There's a chance. There's a chance that we're still getting it, but honestly, like we still don't know what the fuck this game looks like, so any art style is still up for grabs. Like, we have no fucking clue what they're gonna do.
I don't think they go hyper realistic for it. I just don't think that's ever going to be like the case with Zelda.
No, they shouldn't. It should stay somewhat like exaggerated and cartoony. I don't think they ever should like go fully, oh my god, Link looks like a dude in GTA 6. Like, don't go all the way there.
Yeah, that'd be a little weird to look at. I'd be like, all right, well, I don't know how I feel about this at this point anymore.
Yeah, see, I'm already getting used to the fact that the Zelda movie is fucking live action, so we don't need to go all the way with the games either. Like, I still think that the Zelda movie should have been a 2D animated thing, but like, I don't think there's like no pulling that back. Like, that's just what they decided to do.
I really just my dream is that it just looks like a better version of that Wii U tech demo.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's all I want.
I want the next 3 Zelda games to look like that.
Yeah.
And just to have like super dark tones and like the enemies and the dungeons to like have that feel, and yeah, that's my dream right now. I want all of that and goodness. I just want these big open areas when I walk into a fucking cave and Goma drops from the ceiling and I can just fight 1,000 Gomas and it's that huge every single time. Just give me that, or won't complain about anything ever in life again.
Yeah, so let me hit you with my dream for the art style stuff. This just occurred to me that they could do this. So like, I really miss when every Zelda game's art style would flip-flop all over the place. I now understand, though, that the reason that would happen was more or less due to fan complaints than anything. But that flip between, like, Majora's Mask to Wind Waker to Twilight Princess to Skyward Sword, like, that weird line of was so unique way back when. I want them to make a fucking game in the Toon Link style again. Like, just go give me the realistic one, but then after that, take me all the way back to cel shaded, because what we got now is like not fully cell shaded, like the characters are, and they have this unique shader that's on top of everybody, but the environments are like, they've got their own thing going on. But like, pull me all the way back in. Like, go back and flip flop. Be comfortable with making every other game look totally different from one another, because, dude, I've had the Breath of the Wild theme for over a decade now, and I'm ready to do something else. That's really all I'm asking for at this point.
So I have a question to kind of like follow up on that.
Yeah.
Because we know another 2 like top-down Zelda games going to come eventually. Do you think they should switch the art style for those as well?
I don't know, because the miniature look that they've got going on like works really well, and I loved it in the Link's Awakening remake, and like the Echoes of Wisdom stuff. Like, it still worked good, and in fact, there's more inspiration from past Zelda games in Echoes of Wisdom than there is in the Link's Awakening remake, right? Because you've got the fucking Deku seeds have all been redone. You have both like versions of Zora have been like redone in that style too. So like they could change it up and put it into like more of a cell shaded look, but I do like what they're doing with it right now. Like, it makes me happy seeing all these little like toy like miniature versions of these kind of like semi-serious characters coming back in. Like, Echoes of Wisdom's art style is super good, and like, this is also a very game devy thing. I don't know if you noticed, but the lighting engine upgrades that they put into Echoes of Wisdom kick ass. They are so much better than they are in fucking Link's Awakening. Like, they have these insane, really, really nice detailed like normal maps so that there's specular lighting on all their materials. I was like, fuck yes, dude. Like, every time I light a fire, it just bounces in like all the right ways, and it makes my brain so happy.
Did Link's Awakening get the 4K update as well?
I don't think so. I think that game is purely just like pushed in. I think it just gets the update. Like, what is it that they did? Like, all Switch 1 games just run better, but they didn't do like a crazy thing to the resolution.
Because I know Echoes of Wisdom got the 4K 60 update. That was just, it wasn't a Switch 2 edition, it was just free.
Yeah, they should have done that with everything. I don't understand why they had to do that so much on all the other stuff, but, you know, I'm a fucking stupid fan. I purchase it anyways. That's the reason they don't make it free.
Facts.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Let's hit a couple more predictions, because I want to know what you're feeling about some smaller games coming to Switch 1 and Switch 2 potentially. I got a couple in mind as far as like Switch 1 games that I think are still going to come eventually, and that I think could potentially get announced here, because we know that we get a new Kirby game every once in a while. How are we feeling about Kirby Planet Robobot showing up here?
I'd like to see that. I think it's time to start remaking more of those like DS, 3DS stuff, because like you've proven that you're willing to do it with that Luigi's Mansion, like Dark Side of the Moon or whatever it's called. I think I just fucking mixed Luigi's Mansion with Pink Floyd. But
and Transformers.
Yeah, and Transformers. But like, it's time to get more of that stuff back. Like, especially like the fucking Samus Returns remake. Like, dude, like, don't leave that stuff trapped. Get some of that stuff out of here.
Yeah, don't tease me with a good time.
Yeah.
I want that Samus Return remake to happen so bad, because it just came out at the wrong time.
It was fine. Yeah. It's cool to watch that game's refinement from like Samus Returns to Dread. And so like, I don't think you could really port it over 1-to-1 though. I think you would have to like give it more of that like sauce. Yeah, because it does not feel as polished as Dread does, and that's why Dread is so amazing. But you could do it. It's like there's some stuff on that 3DS side that needs to move over. Like fucking A Link Between Two Worlds is like unbelievably good Zelda game. I actually think it's my favorite 2D Zelda game out of any of them, and that thing really needs to get off the 3DS.
What if we get a double dose of Zelda? Not saying that this is going to happen, but my dream. Switch 1 game, Link Between Worlds remake, comes in $49.99. Comes out sometime between now and let's say October. And then in November, we get you the grand finale. Ocarina of Time, full-on remake. It's completely almost a new game at that point. Do you think that's too much Zelda?
No. It's never too much Zelda. Yeah. Like, you could release fucking a Zelda game like every 3 months and fans would still like buy all of it as far as anybody's concerned because we're all just clamoring for more. I do have a good question for you, though. Do you think that we get a Minish Cap remake next, or do you think it's going to be something with Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages?
I think the next 2D Zelda that we get, I would love either one of those to happen. Yeah. For me, you brought up an interesting point as far as like a Toon Link game coming out. I think it's been enough time to where we could see something in that art style, kind of that art style again, because I feel like Nintendo likes to do things in twos a lot of times, especially with Zelda.
Yeah.
So I think that Echoes of Wisdom Link's Awakening art style is retired at this point, and I feel like the next game is going to look a little bit different, where it could potentially, they could bring Toon Link back in a way. I feel like Wind Waker being one of the first games on the NSO kind of like teased us to the fact that we could get something like that, where Toon Link comes back, kind of. Because Nintendo does like to tease things, even in directs. There was a point in time where they announced, it was when they announced, I think, Echoes of Wisdom in that direct, and something Metroid. They put like 2 games on the NSO, and then they announced Echoes of Wisdom, and then they showed us the first trailer for Metroid Prime 4. They teased Zelda and Metroid in the same direct. So it's like they like to do things like that. So I think that they are kind of like teasing something in a way. And I believe Soul Calibur 2 also being a game that was one of the first NSO games that has Ocarina of Time Link in it, teases this Ocarina of Time remake.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think those 2 things could definitely happen, which also doesn't give me hope to another one of my predictions, because Mario Strikers is in NSO. That came out last year, pretty early on. That could be Next Level's next game. A new Mario Strikers, which I think is too soon for one of those. But if it fixes all the issues that Mario Strikers Battle League had, then I'd welcome it, because I do like me some Mario Strikers. But I'd rather get a Luigi's Mansion 4 first.
Yeah. I think I probably, just because I'm not like as huge of a fan of Luigi's Mansion as I should be, I want more of that Mario Strikers, just because I want to see that series kind of like come back in the way that it should be. Like, I miss that GameCube era of like, all of this is fun, and for whatever reason, like, that one just fell down a little bit too hard. I do think it will happen someday, though, considering what they've done with Mario Tennis. Like, I still don't have fucking Tennis Fever. I know if I do, I'll be more than happy to play it for fucking 9 years, because that game's content roster is crazy. Yeah. It's
a fun game. It just didn't perform to their expectations, I think.
Yeah.
But I would much rather see a Mario football game instead of like an American football game and not a soccer game.
Yeah, it doesn't have as much like international appeal. I think that's why we'll never see it. And like, same thing with Mario Golf. Mario Golf just barely hits enough. Baseball is kind of like weird that they don't go harder on it because of Japan's like cultural obsession with baseball, but it's just not that popular everywhere else. So like, you would assume that it would go crazy, but they just don't decide to. They like always give it a mini game.
Yeah, which is so weird. I guess like on the topic of like Mario sports games, not to fully derail from Zelda,
we've derailed like 9
about
times.
that.
So this was about fucking Nintendo Direct predictions, dude. We're out the window at this point. We didn't get derailed. We like fucking fell in an elevator shaft. Like, there's nothing left.
We're just here. Like,
yeah, we're here right now.
We're just throwing everything at the wall. I do think that we get Mario Sports, Nintendo Switch Sports 2. revealed.
Yo, that's a good point. I totally see that. Yeah, where the fuck is the fucking Switch 2 Sports? Because like the last one was okay. It just like they didn't put everything in it. What were they missing from it again? That was like basketball. I know is not in there, and it should have been in that thing.
I thought basketball got added later.
It might have been. It might have gotten like same way that golf did. Like golf got added way late, and that's one of the reasons I never picked it up. Yeah, because that's such a big staple of the series. But they all kind of are. Like tennis, I don't remember if it was part of it. I gotta look this up. But I feel like that is another like huge title that they should fucking really put some money behind, because the Wii Sports stuff, dude, was so big that it just like, I know you would turn heads if you like got a really big Nintendo sports game in front of everyone.
Yeah, I tried to boot it up and it told me, hey, we want you to move your body to play. And I'm sitting down recording a podcast right now, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, like I agree with you. Like, and Switch Sports like sold really well, where it did numbers. So it's like, what are we doing? Why are we sitting on this when we could like make something happen?
Oh, you know what though? Here's the one thing that drives me crazy about Switch Sports. Where the fuck are the Miis? What are these things? Put the Miis back in the game. Why is Nintendo so adverse to doing Miis again? If like anything too, like Tomodachi Life has proven to me that like Miis should have never have left. Like Tomodachi Life living the dream and having Miis all over the place is so much fucking fun that like I don't know why Miis are not more part of like Nintendo's core identity after the Wii era. Like they should just stay. Like it's fucking awesome to have them around. So like if there's gonna be another Nintendo Switch 2 Sports, like get Miis all over the fucking place. Stop doing this like weird 3D animated like generic looking ass thing. Like go back to that was what it was. It's what made its like look work. Like go back. Yeah, I think what are you doing?
I'm kind of on the opposite side of the fence as you on this one.
Really? You don't want Miis at all?
Well, it's not that I don't want Miis. I just think that they're outside of Tomodachi Life and a few other games that could potentially pop up. I think they've kind of retired them in a way. I think that they are pretty much just going to exist in like the Tomodachi series at this point and a couple other like one-off games. But I think had they been as present in Switch Sports as they were in like Tomodachi Life, I'd be like, no, Miis are like here to stay. Like Miis are Nintendo's like staple thing. I don't even think we get a Mii character in the next Smash Brothers game.
Yeah, there's a chance that it won't be there. If the roster isn't like, here's everybody again plus more, there's a good chance that Mii Fighters will not come back.
Yeah, and I thought the Mii Fighters was like a cool addition, especially for all the costumes that you could get.
Oh, yeah.
But I just think that the resources are going to be dedicated to like other characters at that point. And it's just like, these were fun while they lasted, but nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, just Miis aren't part of Nintendo's identity, which really sucks because I have such a fondness for that era that it's like, hey man, you really should make it a core part of it again. Because if you want to like signal to the casual base that you captured so long ago, like pulling a whole nostalgia wheel, like it's kind of time to like start fucking nostalgia baiting the shit out of the 20-year-olds. And so like put some Miis all over your stuff. You might get some more people to buy.
I think we'll get that when the Wii eventually comes to NSO.
That'll be wild. I can't even think about that. But the Wii will have to come to fucking NSO at some point.
I don't think it's gonna pop up in this direct, but I think it's eventually gonna happen. I think we're probably like a year or two off from that happening.
Yeah, like the midway point of the Switch 2's lifespan, I think we will see that happen for sure.
Like we'll get the Switch 2 OLED, and then it also coming to NSO to justify why this console is now $650.
Yeah,
we put the Wii on NSO.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think those two things can happen. I got one more prediction that I think could happen for Nintendo. And I kind of like don't want to say this, but I feel we're creeping up on time. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out in 2018. I think we get our first reveal for Super Smash Bros. Whatever the fuck they're gonna call it. And it comes out in March of 2027.
Because you don't think Sakurai was involved?
I think he was involved. I think he was involved, but I think he was just working on Kirby a little bit more. But I think he was also working on Kirby and screaming across the room, hey, make sure you do these things for Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's possible. He definitely could have been doing that kind of thing. I think that we still might have to wait like one more year for Smash Bros. There's so many questions about like where does any of that shit land that I feel like it might be one more year until it happens.
It's just the Pokemon, and all of this is really tripping me up, because had Pokemon not had 2027 in its title reveal card, I'd be like, cool, Pokemon comes out this holiday, and we probably also get one more other like big thing this holiday as well. Maybe it's a Zelda remake. But Pokemon coming out in 2027, and from what I've heard, holiday 2027 is really tripping me the fuck up.
Yeah, can you go 1 year without any new Pokemon stuff? Does that feel crazy as a fan?
It's been, by the time it comes out, it would have been 5 years since the last like actual generational Pokemon game.
Yeah.
That's a crazy amount of time.
But it's good though. Like
it's
as
really good. Yeah.
As a fan who's fallen off of Pokemon because I feel like the quality like went downhill so hard during the Switch generation, like that is what I want to like get me back into it. And so that makes me really excited to hear that they're like, oh fuck, it's not yearly. Oh, they're taking some time. Like that makes me really happy. But it does, yeah, like dude, it's just fucking the games industry is in such a weird spot right now because everybody's trying to avoid that GTA nonsense, and Nintendo is just not saying anything. So we're like, what are you doing? Like they do whatever they want because they know that whatever they do, people will watch. They are that big.
Exactly. What you got for your? Give me a huge thing that you've been thinking about that you think could potentially happen, because this is going to be a big direct. I expect this direct to be an hour long, if not a little bit longer.
Yeah.
What you got?
It's got to be at least an hour because they've been so radio silent on us for so long that we're at that same spot that we were at before the Switch 2 announcement happened, where like all of their fucking games had been coming out and there was only like 2 or 3 Switch titles that were left on the release schedule that made any sense. So we were all sitting here like, okay, you guys have like a big, huge open slot for like next year. What are you going to fill it with? And like, that's where we're at right now. So if I had to do one massive, huge prediction of like, this has got to be there, I feel like there's going to be like a tease or something towards either Smash Bros. Or like a new Mario game. Like if we don't see those games in the direct, in my opening prediction or like in the closing prediction, it's going to be that fucking Metroid Prime 4 thing that we had to deal with of like, here's a logo, I'll see you in 2 to 3 years. But those ones will actually show up in 2 to 3 years and they won't fall into development hell. Because I think Nintendo is doing, at least with Mario, the same shit they did with Super Mario Wonder, where they're like, you do not have a deadline. Like, here's a fucking insane amount of company resources. You're handling our literal, like, fucking most valuable IP. Don't fuck it up. Go have fun, and I will see you whenever you think this is ready. And, like, look, that team fucking was given the Hail Mary gold ticket pass of game development of, like, here's an unlimited budget to make something that is just enjoyable. And I think they probably were given the exact same keys to the kingdom again with this 3D title, because that's just how important like Mario is to Nintendo. And like, god damn it, I wish fucking Microsoft had that same mentality about Halo, because it's the same position that they're in. But like
any of their fucking games
or anything, yeah, that they loved, but they don't. They treat it like businessmen. They don't fucking like properly grow this thing into like a long-term business. They just want the short-term profits every time. But Nintendo's confident, so they're like, "Fuck you, just take as long as you want. We know you'll deliver." And so like I think that'll happen. If we don't see Mario, it's because look, they've been given the keys to the kingdom again, and they're just like, we don't have a deadline. We're just going to make the best game we can. And when we think you're ready for it, like we'll show it off. And there'll be like a little blurb of like Mario coming soon or something, just to acknowledge that it's on the way. Like, I think that'll be the big thing, whether that be for a new Zelda game, a new Mario game, maybe even like Metroid will get like a Mario or Metroid 5 is like in production, but there will be something like that just to go like, it's happening. Because we got that same thing with fucking Breath of the Wild, I think, like before we ever saw it.
And
like,
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, like Breath of the Wild is in development. The sequel to Breath of the Wild is in development. Like, they will do that thing to us, and I think that'll be on the very, very end, right before it all closes out.
Yeah, I think if they go Mario and not like, I think they put a date on Mario. I think we know exactly the time frame we're going to play Mario. I think the game that they get away with that is if they show, because I do believe this is going to be a very Zelda-coded direct.
Yeah.
I think if they show a new game in that light, which I believe this possibly could happen, is that we do get the official announcement of Ocarina of Time, and then we also get, and here's what else we're working on in the Legend of Zelda franchise. This is something that you're going to be playing in the next 2 to 3 years. I think that's the way that they could like spin this thing, which comes back to this could be a huge fucking direct. We get big 3D Mario, which I also hope that we see Mario and then we see a fucking Goomba and it's 14 times its size.
And it kicks him out and over.
Yeah, you just gotta figure it out. But I'm with you where I think they do pull the PlayStation and Xbox card. It's where they show something that's coming out not in the immediate future, but it just gets us pumped for what potentially could come, because they know that they got to sell consoles, and they know that they have an audience out that they have to cater to, and it's got to be something huge. It could even be, hey, Animal Crossing, fucking over the horizon.
Yeah. I completely forgot about Animal Crossing. They absolutely could just throw an Animal Crossing bone, and then people would lose their shit because that fan base is massive.
Yeah, like they have so many different fan bases that don't always play the same games that they could really tap into. The thing for me that would get me the most hype, obviously, is Xenoblade. If they say Xenoblade Chronicles 4 is now in development, or a fucking new Kid Icarus game.
Yeah,
those two things could happen, and I'd be like, yeah, that was 10 out of 10 show. Like, I'm good.
Can I hit you with the massive Mario prediction that my brain just came up with?
Hit me.
So, what if the next Mario title is named Super Mario Worlds, and it zooms out, and it's just the whole planet is just a fucking Mario level, and then there's another planet that is a Mario level, and another one, and they just go, all right, it's not Mario Galaxy 3, but you can just hop between any one of these places and their worlds.
Dude,
would be wild. They could do it.
Insane.
It would be fucking crazy. But we're at this point in fucking tech where, like, look, if you wanted to make like massive solar systems that are seamless, like, you could, and Nintendo would be crazy enough to figure that out.
Super Mario Starfield.
Yeah, like you could go there. Although I would kind of wish that they wouldn't. Some of the magic of fucking Super Mario Galaxy is the fact that those courses have like weird shapes to them, and that's what makes them fucking so much fun. So like a Super Mario World would work, especially if it's just like a giant open world Mario game. It doesn't necessarily like need to have this curvature to it to make it happen.
What if they do your idea? It's a bunch of different worlds in that Kingdom Hearts, where it's a bunch of different Nintendo worlds. nuts.
That would be fucking crazy. Because, like, they kind of do hint at that, right? In the new Galaxy movie. And that's why Star Fox is in there. Yeah. That would be
he got sucked
nuts.
into the... Yeah, that would be nuts. Like, you just...
Yeah.
You go somewhere and there's, you know, Captain Falcon, and there's Link, and there's the Pikmin crew. Yeah, because the Pikmin were in the fucking Mario Galaxy movie.
Yeah. So it's crazy. They really could just lean into like, all right, it's the Nintendo MCU, and everybody's here. Although I kind of hope that they wouldn't do it just for the sake of like keeping games' identities together, because after I have experienced Fortnite-ification in many video games, it's like, okay, Fortnite being everything is kind of fun, but, you know, like, identity matters, and so, like, Call of Duty shouldn't have everything in it. I don't think every game needs to cross over with every other game. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. So, like, let's keep stuff separate. I kind of hope that Nintendo wouldn't go super far down that route. Although it looks like they're pointing in that direction because they see how well Marvel did it and how well Smash Bros. Does when you do it. So I guess my one thing is, like, if they're going to do the MCU thing of, like, the whole universe is always part of the universe and this is the Nintendo universe, like, at least have one game where that happens and let that be Smash Bros. But, like, keep everything else, like, separate, because, like, that's what makes it what it is, right?
Yeah, I like references in games like that where it's just like, hey, like, there's a Triforce on the wall in this Mario game.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, there's red overalls in the closet of this character in Zelda and things like that.
And, like, there was a mission in fucking Super Mario 3D Land where you had to go, like, solve Zelda puzzles because it was, like, Super Zelda inspired, and, like, that's fine. But don't center the entire games around that concept, because I don't think it's going to work for everything. And I think they know that for the most part. They've shown a lot of restraint in that kind of stuff in the past.
Yeah, I don't think Nintendo's the company to do exactly that. It'd be cool because there was that crossover between Sonic and Zelda at the time where Sonic was on the loft wing or whatever. Or Link was on the loft wing in the background and you got to dress up Sonic in the green tunic. That was fun. I would love to see Sonic Lost World come back exclusively for that. I don't think it's going to happen, though.
No, probably not.
Yeah. And if it does, I'll eat my fucking lunch. My lunch is delicious. Just letting y'all know that.
So I don't regret it, to be honest.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I got to bounce out of here. Do you have any other, like, final thoughts that you got on all this?
My last thought is something that I wanted to touch on before we got to this point in the show, is that there will be a Monster Hunter Wilds announcement of some sort either tomorrow or next week, and it will have the Switch 2 logo. That is my final thought.
Nice. That would explain the sale that's going on. I've been dying for them to fucking finish patching it up. Like I mentioned earlier before we started recording, there's a sale right now for Monster Hunter Wilds that is $30 on Steam. And the PC performance rating for it is, some guy's comment was like, this performance was trash and now it's like moderately trash. So I guess it's still not that much better. So I probably will hold off until like a Switch 2 version comes around, because if there is a Switch 2 version of Monster Hunter Wilds and they have to patch up the game like crazy to get it on that thing, as with all kinds of game development and all kinds of ports just like this, those optimizations for one platform usually get shared across to everybody else. So hopefully this is the moment when they're like, okay, we fixed it now, please play, and then I'll go check it out.
Especially if they got to make crossplay work.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got. You got anything else on your mind?
Nope. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think, actually, I do have one more thing. If we see, what are you going to do if we see like a new Mario title is teased at the very end of the direct and then the year is 2029?
Oh, I think I would. Okay, this is going to be a sexual innuendo, but it's going to be the equivalent of going from extremely vertical to extremely flat. That is what's going to happen to me.
Be so soft, dude. Fuck this.
Yeah. Oh, man. If they go 2029, they might as well not even announce it.
Yeah. Don't
Like,
pull a fucking Elder Scrolls 6. Like, just don't tell me at this point. Just keep working on it. Let it be absent.
and we've seen how they like to roll with their game announcements. It seems like Nintendo doesn't like to announce things so far in advance.
Nope, not anymore.
I could see, maybe a year or so. I think if they announce it, I think we play this game at least by next holiday next year.
I would hope so. I definitely could see them doing it though in that kind of way, especially for either Mario or Zelda, just because like so many people have been making that fucking stupid comment of like the Switch 2 has no games. And like maybe this is Nintendo's way of like shutting them all up, is just by going like, we're doing it. Like we were never not going to do it, but we are doing it. You've been asking. This is what the consequences of your asks are. It's a Mario game in 3 years because we've been making something huge. We're not ready to show it, but we are making it right now. And so like maybe that's why they would do it.
Oh, yeah.
And the Switch 2 has games. You just don't fucking feel like playing those ones. They're amazing. There's some good stuff on that console.
That need to just expand their taste in video games. That's all you got to do.
Go play fucking Donkey Kong Bonanza. I can't believe how good that shit is. Once I found out that game was made by the Odyssey people, I was there day one. Like the second I had the opportunity to purchase that game, I was like, it's happening. Like my Switch 2, I finally got a hold of one. Next thing that happened was Metroid Prime 2, Kirby Air Riders, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. I bought all 3 of those games within the span of like a week. And Donkey Kong Bonanza is fucking awesome. It's like one of the best games I've ever played. So just show up. Just show up. There's good stuff on the Switch.
I think about that game all the time. I love that game so much.
Yeah, I haven't played it in like fucking a month since I beat it, but I like it pops up in my head of like, I should play more of this. Like there's way more to do.
Yep. That Emerald Rush DLC, like some people think it's overpriced. I think it's the right price.
I haven't even touched that yet because I've just been like bouncing around. But maybe when I go back, it will be time to finally do it.
You got to play it. Yeah, it's a good time. Good fucking roguelike mode. All right, well, that's all I got. Zach, tell everybody at home where they can find you, my friend.
Yeah, you guys can catch me on Monday Night Mayhem every Monday night. You can also check me out at zfisher9. It is this channel, but we're on PressA right now, and this one doesn't happen that frequently depending on Nintendo stuff. I feel like we probably could kick this one up a little bit more frequently, but shit has just been like so dead that there's not a whole lot to talk about Nintendo-wise. But so yeah, you can catch me at zfisher9, Zack Fisher 9, my YouTube channel. I am there. You can also check me out at ZF5150. There's a free demo of a video game that I made on itch.io waiting for you. Windows platform required, but it also has been optimized for Steam Deck, so you can play it there as well.
Hell yeah, brother. And like Zach was saying, you can catch us Monday night for Monday Night Mayhem. This week, Monday Night Mayhem happened on a Thursday. Don't know how that happened. I'll go into details about that another time, but you can go find that video right now. I will see y'all next week for Monday Night Mayhem and potentially some other stuff that I talk about as well. I have like 3 videos coming out next week. I'm very excited for all 3 of them. But until then, folks, stay safe, tip your DoorDash drivers, tell somebody you love them, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.